Hello, welcome back to our channel. Thank you for being here. Um, let's take a look and see what emotion we're going to explore today. Ah, today we are going to explore uh, delight. That's fun. Enjoy happiness in the moment. That's a good positive one. So let's go ahead and pull three tarot cards and see what else comes out. What could help us get more in touch with the feeling of delight, how to live in the moment and not let so many outside forces distract us, and find delight in the mundane and everyday things, in spite of things that may try to knock us off kilter. What brings delight? How do we enjoy this moment? So much craziness is going on. How do we find delight? The Tower. Wow. I would say that it's time to build new structures. Let the old ones go, build new ones. The Knight of Swords. And you can't see, but in the little insert, he has a gas mask. Oh, you can't see. He has a gas mask on, protect him from breathing in the outside forces and take in only good air. Even though he's in the fight, he's protected from it with his armor. So he's protected from the bad. Death. Wow. What crazy cards to come out today. Intense. Death. Let's look up the Knight of Swords in maybe we'll go through all of these. But I want to start with the Knight of Swords. Cups, Pentacles, Swords. The Knight of Swords is all about the knight charges into the fray with a passion for the cause, launching themselves into the conflict with a take no prisoners attitude. Protected by layers of defense, the knight feels safe from any attack, but while the armor protects, it also blinds and keeps the knight removed from the situation. The knight loses the ability to see any nuances or complexity and assumes any opposing idea is a villain to be vanquished. You may have forgotten the real purpose of the battle you're charging into. Hmm. Yeah. So, yeah, he's getting too lost in everything else and defending himself and building up guards that he's forgetting to live in the moment and to bring you back to delight. He's so lost in his cause that he forgot why he even started in the first place. So it's a reminder to try to get back on track. Let's see what death is about. Here it is, death. Even after the end, there is someone there, standing witness and heralding what's to come. Death is the end, but there can be so many deaths and so many endings, and really what each one signifies is a transformation. And ending of one thing forces the beginning of something else. And it is how we treat that transition that truly defines the end. It may be an ending that you have chosen or one that was forced upon you. Ends come to all things, stages of life, relationships, and careers. You can you can greet the end in many different ways, with pain and sorrow, wonder and excitement, stoic acceptance, or outright denial. If you look beyond this ending to what is to come, there is nothing to fear. In truth, it is only in fighting the inevitable end of something that one suffers. Accept the pain that comes with an ending and accept that you have changed alongside everything else. Exit stage right with grace. I'd like to hear your opinions on the three cards we've pulled so far: the Tower, the Knight of Swords, and the Death. Really intense cards to me. It's crazy. There's a lot of chaos. And so it's hard to not want to exercise some form of escapism right now, you know, to lean into our coping mechanisms, you know, to distract ourselves with whatever we can. And maybe leaning too hard on our vices. And forgetting to take in the little things and remember why we even came here in the first place. So many things are ending right now, but I really think it's for the good. It always is. Things are always ending and always beginning again. I guess that's something to get excited about. Bearing witness. We got this I Numb Myself card again from our She Is deck. But we're going to focus on not numbing ourselves right now and trying and feeling all our feelings and learning to sit with them and sit in the discomfort and not let it overwhelm us and not rush back to the things that used to comfort us, because it keeps us stuck in a lower cycle and we're trying to vibrate higher these days. What did this? It says intimacy is the permission to be yourself next to another. It's trust, bodily presence, and contact without armor. I'm going to pull another one just because I'm curious. So maybe lean into intimacy if you can, into your intimate relationships and the places that you feel where you can be honest and be your full self. Guard down. Come on out with your hands up. I can start with Follow the Fear, a card about that moment when we approach fear. Sometimes it's an invitation to look deeper, not always a sign to stop. What causes fear in me and why? What am I avoiding even though something is calling me? What's really been behind the fear? Let's pull some cards to answer those questions. See what comes up. What causes fear in me and why? Peanut. The mob. I can feel this. The panic. Have you I've had dreams about being in like riot type situations. And I think it's like a lack of control and that mob mentality. I can see why that would cause fear. What causes fear in me and why getting swept away in the crowd, in the sea of people, in the sea of anger, and letting what's going on around you get you swept up in things that you like the card earlier said, getting swept up in things that maybe don't have anything to do with you, getting so swept up in the cause that you kind of forget what you were doing in the first place. You know? I'm sorry, let me. Okay, what's the next question? What am I avoiding even though something is calling me? The star. Avoiding being the star you are. Afraid to shine. People wish upon a star. It's a lot of it can feel like a lot of responsibility. Having everybody like look up to you and weigh on you. It can weigh. You can have a certain amount of survivor's remorse for all the things that made you a star. Oftentimes you can't always bring those elements with you when you finally reach your destination. So you're avoiding the limelight even though it's calling you. What's really behind the fear? Maybe some of the things I just said, maybe something else. Let's see what comes up. What's behind the fear? Six of Swords. We're going to read this one and see what comes up. What's behind the fear? Fear of flying, which is the thing I kind of just said. I'm going to look this up. I had Six of Swords. It's time to take flight. This may be permanent. This may be a permanent exit or a temporary trip to put some physical distance between yourself and the tumult of your day to day life. If physical travel isn't an option, then mentally and emotionally take a step back for a period of time. Doing so will bring you a sense of calm and clarity that will reaffirm what your goals are and what is important to you. Hmm. So, what's really behind the fear? What's behind the fear? I would, with the Six of Swords, and because it's depicted like this, like with the plane and everything, you know, the Six of Swords, it seems like a fear of falling, like to me, like a fear of falling short of your goals is what's coming to me. So, like, even though you're being called to rise into the star position, you might be so far ahead of yourself that you're like, can already picture like losing it all and you're kind of doom spiraling, you know, before you even got there. So it's like making, even though you can feel like you want to try, you're letting the doom outweigh instead of, you should focus on the delight, like all the good things that could come if you embrace your star power, all the good things that you could possibly do, all the people you could help, all the change you could make if you just overcome this fear. let us get into the a yokai oracle. See what comes out. This one also normally has questions that we could pull more cards on. And I'll just take this one. And we got a maybe prophetic sea creatures. A warning, preparation, and protection. Not even looking at the card, let's try to guess. I think you're going to be protected in your next steps. The warning is because, yes, there are dangers out there. There's a reason why we're in this fight right now. Everything feels like it's falling apart with the tower, the death card, the Knight of Swords, the mob. Oh, which was a bonus card from that deck, and I forgot to mention that. And it came out in our what causes fear in me and why. I should read that mob card because I didn't. I just scrolled right past it. I'm going to read it after. But yeah, so be prepared because it's going to be a fight from what I can see. But you've got protection. Let's see. Let's read the yokai before I just assume. A maybe. I don't know what it says. I'll show you guys the card in a second. Okay, this is the card. This is the yokai. Can you see it? Prepare for the unseen. Okay. Under the silver moonlight, an amabi emerges from the ocean, gently bobbing in the waves. With long, flowing hair, shimmering scales, and a beak-like mouth, this three-legged creature foretells both bountiful harvest and impending epidemics. It implores those who witness it to share its image far and wide to avert disaster. So in your role as a star, you might be the responsibility can be intimidating. And so you worry about being the one that has to bring the message to the people because the message is not always very well received. Let me finish reading this. The amabi's rare appearance serves as an urgent call to action before it's too late. The saying, Mizini Fusegu, literally means to prepare before something happens. It's a reminder about the power of foresight. The amabi's card warning isn't meant to frighten, but to empower you to take thoughtful, proactive steps to ward off possible harm later. Whether protecting your health, relationships, or goals, taking action now can save you from future regret. What can you do today to strengthen and protect your tomorrow? What can you do today to strengthen and protect your tomorrow? What can we do today to strengthen all the good things we see coming, to protect the vision that we hold in our heart and our head, that things can get better, that things will get better, that there is more good in the world than evil. It's just evil is louder, but the good is there, it's stronger, and there's definitely more of it. Focus on your day-to-day interactions with the real people around you. Delight in conversations with strangers. Get out of your immediate environment if it feels threatening, because sometimes you can get locked into those walls and that's all that you can see. But you need to open your eyes and see that there's more. Doom scrolling and cultivate your algorithm to show you the good. Give power to the things that are good. Don't worry about punishment and getting your leg back and focus on the good that you can do. The only thing you can change is yourself, and hopefully that will set an example for others of how to be. question, what can you do today to strengthen and protect your tomorrow? The Ten of Pentacles. Just like I said, she is focused on her future, holding that vision. Ten of Pentacles. You are not walking through this world alone. Your family or community are there. That's what I just said. Following right behind. Generations echoing back through the years are there to support you in this moment. Within each family and group, there can be disagreements and conflicts, but you should not allow this to dominate your thoughts. This group can provide you with your greatest strength. That's my dog. So from that, I would gather to protect and strengthen our future. Oddly enough, we can think about our past, but not like our immediate present, like our ancestors, the people who came before us, who strengthened us. Lately, what's been on my mind is all the strong women that I come from, and how there's that movie with Jesse Eisenberg and Kieran McCulkin, and he kept making this point like 1,000 miracles happen for you to be here today, something like that. And I think if you just focus on that and carry that with you, that can help strengthen your resolve for tomorrow. Just think of all the miracles that had to happen for you to be here today, and then hold that and think of what you could become, you know. Let us get a Buddha wisdom, and then we will get a familiar field oracle for some animal guidance to carry with us, and then we'll call it a wrap. Let's see. Some wisdom words to carry with us till we meet again, to help us enjoy the happiness, to help us hold space for that, to help us not revert back to our bad habits, to help us see our bright future, to help us through the fight we're in now. It's a lot. All at once. Everything, everywhere, all at once is what it feels like. But we can do it. The tongue has no bones, but it is strong enough to break a heart. So be careful with your words. Be careful with your words. It doesn't say, just use your words with care. It doesn't necessarily say to be kind, which is what I was going to wrap it up. I was going to be like, okay, be kind, but it says be careful with your words. So I would say use your words with care. There's a subtle difference there if you're picking up on it. I want to replace care with intention. Use your words with intention. Because sometimes you might have to fight. You might need to speak up and say the hard thing. It's part of your path. You know? So just be intentional. If a thing needs to be said, don't be afraid to say it. But also use your words to uplift others. Words are powerful. Powerful things. Let's look up the familiar field oracle. and get us a familiar to help look over us till we meet again. Who's gonna be rocking with us? The giraffe. Foresight, aspiration, and individuality. The giraffe's gonna be rocking with us. That's great. Foresight, aspiration, and individuality. So it looks like we have like a future worth looking forward to. That's what a lot of it seems to be saying today. Let's see the giraffe. At heights of up to 20 feet, the giraffe is the tallest land animal on Earth. In a class of its own, it is sure to stand out from the crowd and holds a rare ability to see far off into the distance. If you find yourself in need of guidance, call upon this unique spirit animal to open up your line of sight. The giraffe's lofty height is also a symbol of hope and ambition. Dream big, as there is nothing out of your reach. Yeah, you see? You got a star quality. Don't be afraid of it. And what's going to help you get here through the fight and all the things that are going on and that seem to be coming for you is to, no matter what, at the end of the day, enjoy the happiness in each moment. Checking out at the grocery store, you know, interacting with a stranger, with your pets, you know, that's going to help get you through all this because you have so much star potential and you can see ahead. So many people around you can't seem to see the picture that you see, but that don't mean that really doesn't mean anything because you can hold that in your heart. Hold it in your heart. Know that it's real as you walk through your day to day. And that's all I have for you today. So have a good day, night, whenever you see this.